Bill Dudley, why do the adults at the New York Fed, including you, you've lived it, why do you disagree with the doom and gloom crew?
Well, a couple of things that are very different this time. First of all, the Fed has the experience of last time to go by. Last time they were surprised by the demand of banks for reserves, and so they unexpectedly drove the amount of reserves too low relative to banks' demand. That's why you got the spike in repo rates in September 2019. So they've learned from experience. Second, they put in place a standing repo facility now, which is available just slightly above market rates. So if repo rates were to spike up, banks would turn to the Fed's standing repo facility. So you wouldn't see a big spike. It'd be a little spike this time. Lastly, I think the Fed's going to be tapering the rate of how its balance sheet shrinks as we get deeper into this process. At first, we're running off $60 billion of treasuries, up to $60 billion of treasuries and $35 billion of agency MBS each month. But once the reserves in the system get to a significantly lower level, the Fed's going to slow the rate of asset runoff. And then it's going to stop. It's basically going to stop. It's going to stop before they think we're at that critical point where reserves are too scarce. So they're going to learn from past experience, and I don't think they're going to make the same mistakes this time.
Bill Dudley, have we done this before? Has the New York Fed down in the basement, it's underneath one of the pizza parlors down in lower Manhattan, have you done an experiment that says this is going to work, or are you flying blind?
Well, I think you did the experiment last time following the great financial crisis. The Fed shrunk its balance sheet, and we had that experience in 2019 where they shrank it a little too much.
Right.
So they're going to learn from that episode and not do the things that they did last time. Last time, they never slowed the rate of asset runoff. They never stopped the asset runoff prior to the reserves becoming scarce. And I think this time, and they didn't have a standing repo facility. So I think this time they have sort of a belt and suspenders, and they didn't have either a belt or suspenders last time.